Welcome to another episode of Shooters Talk Christ in Basketball. First thing we're going to do is give God the honor and have a little word of prayer, and then we're going to jump into the discussion. All right. So everybody bow their heads. Heavenly Father, thank you for allowing us to come today and talk Christ and basketball. We thank you for allowing us to do this because your son died on the cross for our sins. We ask that our words be pleasing and edifying to the hearers and informational. In Jesus Christ's name, amen.
Amen.
All right. So today, got a different panel today, so we're just gonna go around and have everybody introduce themselves, kind of tell me your first, last name, some of your background, where you played, when you played, and maybe some awards or accolades that you want to share with somebody.
LaRaisha Owens, shed now since I'm married officially, about 3 months ago. I first started playing ball, honestly, ever since I was a little toddler. My dad had a ball in my hand out there in the front yard with a basketball goal. Skills, worked on it every day with him. And then I first got introduced in like actually playing basketball. Our neighbor across the street, he was a coach and he was coaching for the YMCA, and he had always seen me outside in the front yard and stuff, always shooting and always just, practicing with my dad and stuff. And so he came across the street, he was like, hey, he was like, how long you been playing? And of course my dad was talking to him and stuff. The next thing I know, I'm on a team. And I was just like, all right, let's go. Like, here we are. So that's kind of how I really started playing ball.
All right. What school did you play in high school?
So the whole time I went to Shawnee Heights.
Shawnee Heights.
So, yep.
And then you played for, I saw the logo,
Johnson
JP.
County Community College.
But what was the name of the team? What were they called?
Cavaliers.
The Cavaliers. Mm-hmm. JP Cavaliers.
Yeah,
I know I saw the logo. So I just wanted to,
Right outside of Kansas City.
All right, cool. That's what's up.
Yeah.
All right, we'll go on this side over here.
Coach Trey Manning. I played at Irvin MacArthur in high school. Then I played at Southwest Christian Junior College. I think it's North Texas, Region 5. And then I played at Texas College. It was NAIA school in Tyler. Okay. Let me see. After that, I played overseas. I played in Finland for a couple years. Stats, I was pretty decent. So, pretty decent.
We ain't got to get into all that.
Yeah, enough for this one.
He can dunk.
I used to could dunk. But and then after that, I started coaching and met this one.
That's what's up.
My name is Elizabeth Griffin. I play basketball at Aledo High School. I've been playing for him for how many years? Like 6 or 7?
Like 6, yeah, something like that.
And I'm committed to St. Mary's.
St. Mary's, that's what's up. Okay. We're gonna jump back around to that too, because he sent me some of your stats and some of your what's the word, accolades? Yeah, I want to get into that. Yeah. So all right, I'm gonna let you slide for this point, but we're gonna come back around to that. All right, so since we got that out of the way, I do want to jump into a few questions. But the first thing I want to do, did you get a chance to watch the video? Did she see it?
Yeah, she got a chance with
the one with Kendrick Perkins.
Oh no, that video. Oh no, she didn't get to see it, but I pretty much feel like she'll have a pretty decent opinion on it.
Did you see the video?
Mm-mm.
Okay, and I don't want to play it now because it did have a lot of cursing in it.
Okay.
And I can bleep the cursing, but the words were coming across the screen, so I don't have any kind of way to do that. But basically, what they were kind of going back and forth about was, is it okay if you're up by 30? So let's say you're playing a game, and let's say you're up by 30 or 40 points. Mm-hmm. Is it okay to keep pressing or having that dog mentality about we're gonna win this game no matter how many points we done scored? Is it okay to have that kind of mentality, or are you that coach that sits back and says, you know what, let's use this as a practicing moment? So let's go through some different motions that we might have only touched on in practice, but we haven't really touched a lot on it. Yeah. So do you do that and use that game as a practice since you know you got the game pretty much tied up? Or do you have that dog mentality and just keep going?
For me, I feel like that's one of those where you can have it on both sides, because in some tournaments they go by points.
That's right, yeah.
So if I go by points, it's unfortunate if you get beat that bad, but that's by seeding. I may want to get 1 or 2 as to 3 or 4, which has happened before, where you go undefeated, but because your points weren't as high, you could be a 5th seed or a 4th seed.
Yeah.
Then also, I feel like for when I've coached her, we don't get any joy out of beating a team by 60 points, 50 points.
Yeah.
We'll start doing things like, 10 passes, or don't take this shot, no transition, little things like we'll play zone and just stay in the paint.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just to kind of teach those lessons because there's kids that are growing up, and if you beat them really bad, it's like a mental thing.
Yeah.
Now I don't want to play basketball anymore when some of the greatest players have lost games by a lot of points.
Yeah.
Like whether they were 4 or 5 years old or 14, 15-year-old, like it's happened before. So yeah, I don't want to take that mentality away.
Yeah. I'm pretty much got the same ideology that you had. Is just it depends on the age group, really.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they were talking about 14U in that video. So we're talking about 14 years old and under. And so anytime you have a chance to develop a player that's that young, so if it's like 12 years old and we're beating the team by 40, 50 points,
Yep.
I'm doing the same thing you're doing. I'm gonna step back. I might tell them no 3-point shots, and everything you have to try to drive to the paint, or like you said, or 10 passes before you can do anything. And so that's what we'll do now. If we're in a tournament, like you were saying, and they go by like point deficit and stuff like that, and that's the difference because we've lost like that before.
See what I'm saying?
By how many points, trying to, we don't want to beat them too bad, and then you get towards the end and 2 teams and both, 1-3 or either 1-3 and they both lost 1 or 1-3. Now these 2 teams, you find out who goes ahead based on who scored the most points. And so now it's like, man, I probably shouldn't have done that. So in high school, I would say high school, 16U is dog mentality the whole time. If you getting whooped that bad, then you shouldn't be out there in the first place.
That's true.
Basically, if you're getting whooped that bad, everybody loses. Somebody got to lose.
Right.
But if you're getting beat that bad, you probably need to reevaluate, is this a team I should have in this type of tournament?
For sure, yes.
Yeah. Did you have a?
No, yeah, I definitely agree with you guys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right.
100%.
I was hoping somebody's gonna be in here coming against it, so we have a good, not a bad argument, but just a little small disagreement.
Yeah,
What you think?
I just think you run it up.
You just run it up.
There you go. There you go.
She just want to. You know what? We're gonna score.
She'll be that one.
We're gonna score. Now I want to talk about some stuff that we talked about in this last podcast, and it's the one about the question I asked. Was it Coach Corey that was here last time? And we kind of got into talking about the EYBL circuits and like, what is your thought process on playing circuits or not playing in the circuit? Is it something that you think you have to do to make sure you get offers, or is it a necessity? Or if you have the chance to do it, then go ahead and do it. Or do you feel like it's not a necessity?
For me, I think it's more about the player, because you can go play on, let's say that there's an EYBL team that's interested in you, but you're gonna go there and be a 9th, 10th person, so you're not gonna really get to see the floor. I don't know if that helps you. Like the coaches, you're around a lot of coaches, but we don't get to see you but maybe 5 minutes at a time. So I don't really know what you can do. I could possibly take somebody that's playing on another circuit or an independent circuit off or something of that nature, and I can I can see this kid's game.
Yeah.
I can see her game or his game in full detail. Like I'm not having to, I wonder if they can play well with a shooter. I wonder how they play with a big. Like they're not having to ask these questions if they can really see this. Like I can see this person. Oh, okay, now I see her in the summer. Let me go check her out at school ball. Like I don't think coaches want to see 2 different players. Like I don't want to see, like if I see you one time, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what caught my eye. So when I come see you again, and I'm like, okay, wait, that's not the same kid. So I may revisit it just to see. And if I see that same player again, that's the one I'm not interested in, then I'm just gonna probably walk away from it.
Yeah.
So if you can play on that circuit, like if it makes sense for you, if you're top 7, 8 on that team, I think that's a good experience. Yeah, I do. I think it's a good experience. But the main part about whether what circuit you play on, and I think me and you've talked about this, is just, it also matters your coach. And that's no knock to any other coach, but, and I'm just speaking for me and she'll be able to speak for herself, is like, I allow her to play her game.
Yeah.
Like, you get to see the good, the bad, whatever. She's not gonna lose confidence in saying, well, I don't know if coach is gonna let me do this. What if I do this and miss? Is he gonna be mad? She knows what I expect. Like, she knows, like she said, we've been together since she was in the 7th grade. So she's able to play her game. I think that's the most important thing, is being able to play your game.
I got it, yeah, I like that. I was gonna ask some coaches, because my son plays on a team that his coach uses nothing but plays the entire game. And what do you think about that? Because when I coach, I'm not a plays the entire time type coach. I'm more of a read and react. I want you to play your game, like he was saying, let you go out there and do your thing. And then we'll move things around based on the team that we're playing. Okay, so every team is not the same. Every game won't be the same. So sometimes you do have to make some changes. But I think using plays the entire game is an old school mentality. Like when my dad was growing up, you know. And the game has changed so much, and there's so much talent out here now. I just don't see it. What do y'all think about that?
I say when I was in high school, like, you're definitely right. I had a lot of like recruits, but the sad thing is that my high school coach, he was racist, and so he threw all my letters away, so I didn't know who was trying to get to me or not.
That happened to you for real?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I was told
That's
by
a
another
real thing.
teammate.
I truly 100% believe that.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
I went to all white school, and so he was, even though his daughters were going to college for volleyball, they still played basketball, and so he tried to make sure that they were out there on the court before like me or any like other teammates that I played in the summer with AAU ball. And so the only way that I got looked at was through AAU. And so
this was in
Topeka, Kansas. Yeah.
Wow.
That's Kansas for you. But so yeah, so the only way that I got looked at and even got a scholarship was through AAU ball.
Wow.
And so, like you said, like, they seen the difference, but I was restricted to do so much in high school ball that I wasn't able to play my game.
Yeah.
And then when AAU came around in the summer, it was like, whoa, who in the world? Like, this is not the same person, but she's fire.
Yeah.
And so that's how I ended up actually getting a scholarship to go to college and play ball. But other than that, I wouldn't have. And it was my senior year, and I didn't hear nothing from anybody. But it's because what was happening on the back end that I didn't know and have no clue about. So yeah.
And why does AAU get such a bad rap all the time, man?
I think that's more so the coaches, and it's like when I meet, even from every coach that she's had, I always like introduce myself or try to do my background, because I'm not trying to compete with y'all. Like, and I would hope they're not trying to compete with me, because the player is what matters. You know what I mean? So if I can, when I meet the coach, I'm like, hey, what do you need help with? Like, what do you need me to have them work on? Like, I'm always trying to do that. But there's some coaches in AAU, like, I don't know, it's a major clash. But to kind of piggyback off of the question about plays, and I want her to be able to answer this, because I feel like if I answer it, like, it'll almost seem like it's not real. But she can really tell you about us plays, and this is literally since the 7th grade up until now, and she can tell you about.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
We actually don't run plays. We do more of like pick and rolls, and like I basically come off them and read them, and whatever the read is, that I make the read. And then we also will do like weave. It's not a play, but like you just read it. It's everything we do is you read what we're doing. He just tells us kind of like a little bit of structure, but it's not structure. Like, we can really do like whatever is available.
And you know why that's so awesome? Because it increases your IQ. That means that when you have a coach like that, you see the floor better than anybody else.
Yeah.
And this is one thing I was telling my son when I found out how his coach was running the team. And then he did a pregame evaluation, and one of the evaluation parts was their IQ level or how well they read the floor. And my thing is, if you run plays all the time, how can you evaluate somebody's ability to see the floor when they spend most of the time being a robot trying to run the play coach told us to run.
Yeah.
And it gets a little frustrating because it's like the way you run plays won't work the same way for every team because your personnel is different. So if I come out there with a team and I have nothing but guards on my team, but you have something set up for, you know, a couple of post players, that same play is not going to work.
Right.
But if you teach them how to read and react and understand the difference between when a defensive player opens up, which way you should go on that, or that type of thing, like she was doing, it's like a second language. And once you learn that language, you're gonna be unstoppable. And that's what I like. That's why I like Coach Trey, because when we played him, I knew he wasn't running plays. I'm like, these girls just out here, because when you run plays, you can read it. You can read the plays.
Yep.
After a while, one coach might run the same play over and over again. I'm calling timeout. Hey, they doing the same play. Look, don't let them hit you on that back door no more. Okay, you shut that down. Then after that, the coach ain't got nothing else. But when they learn how to read that floor like that, oh my goodness, bro, they become
unstoppable.
I ain't gonna say unstoppable, but it makes it hard.
Very.
Because you don't know what she's thinking.
Right.
Unless I become a psychic and I can read her mind, then I might have a chance. That's about it. And I done seen her play, man. She hard. She go hard. She tough. Let's see, what was the other thing? This is what I wanted to ask. How do you balance the drive for winning with the priority of long-term athlete development? So how do you prioritize the balance between winning when you have a long-term athlete? So basically, let me ask the question better. How you prioritize the building up of a player, like their skills, but also have the same winning mentality at the same time? Because some coaches come in and the only thing they want to do is win, win, win. They don't want to develop players. They want players to come in that already have the development, and that's it. They just have the winning mentality, not the building skills mentality. And since you've had her for the last 7 years, I think that's an easy question for you to answer.
Yeah, and it's always been development. When I first got her, she played a lot of wing, like 2, 3, just either side, because they were interchangeable. Every year, just literally was changing and getting better. And I think it was her freshman year. We were coming back from San Antonio. She was getting ready to start her freshman year. That's when I knew she turned the corner. Like, it was different as far as she was understanding pivots, not wasting dribbles. Everything is for me, is development first.
Yeah.
Because the winning is going to come after that. Like, if we're winning and she's not developing, it's not helping neither one of us.
Yeah.
Unless I'm trying to get a job somewhere, but it doesn't help her because she's not growing as a player. I'm going to grow as long as she grows as a player. And that's just for any kid that I have. Like, I push development because there's going to be games, high school games. There's going to be, maybe I miss an AAU game, but there's going to be games where I'm not on the sideline.
Yeah.
They still have to play like I'm on the sideline. So I'm trying to get that out of you early to get you to understand, like, hey, this is what you have to be, regardless. This is what you have to be, whether I'm here, she's getting ready to go to school in San Antonio. I'm not going to be there.
That's going to be a big
But she knows what she has to do. Like, she understands. Like, she's played school ball without me. Like, I come to games sometimes. Sometimes I try to I don't even want to tell her that I'm there, but somebody will let her know that I'm there. So, but I try to, like, sneak in sometimes because I want to see that with my own eyes. It's like, okay, let me see what you're doing when I'm not, guiding you or things of that nature. And she shows it. So that's why it makes it like, okay, well, it works.
I did want to backpedal a little bit because I meant to ask this question before, and this one's for you, and kind of for you too. What is your experience like in high school ball versus the AAU ball? So you have a different coach at school.
Right.
And I know they probably have 2 different coaching styles.
Right.
Like, how's your gameplay? Are you able to do the same things with Coach Trey, or do you have to kind of pull yourself back some?
Yeah, so with him, I'm a lot like, I just basically go out there and hope. With school, it's more structured, but a lot of the things are kind of like, we have options out of our plays. So even though we do plays, we still have like, there's like a pick and roll here, but like you can also cut. Like my high school coach is like has a very good IQ, and with his plays, we have a lot of options. So I'm still able to make reads, and I'm still able to kind of just play basketball. I do shoot a lot more in AAU, in AAU, because I feel me, Finn, and probably Peyton shot the most, you think? Or who else was on there?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I'm not. I think Peyton shot more than Grace. Or Michaela.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Grace.
Never mind.
Yeah.
But at my school, I feel like it's just like, I don't know, we have a different dynamic.
For sure.
That's what I was going for.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas, like, I played with those girls for, like, basically my whole entire AAU. Like, it was basically the same team. Whereas school, like, I was still learning them, and I still am, but it's a different dynamic. So, yeah.
I mean, but so basically the way your high school coach coaches, which is still kind of decent, it's still like a read and react almost.
Yeah.
He gives you a play, but there's options in the play.
Yeah.
And you still have to read and know when, okay, do I take this one or I don't take this one? And go ahead and go through the rest of the motion, or is it open right here, right now? So it's not like running a play and I got to get to this end of the play to get this.
No, it's not very limited. Like, he lets us be free in the offense that he gives us.
Yeah, I like that. I still like that. Yeah, because I'm trying to run and sometimes I get a little agitated when they're running a play and you see all these options. I'm like, there's one, there's one, but they're trying to get to the end of it to get this one thing. And I'm just like, so unless you're trying to get, it's 30 seconds left on the clock and we're trying to get this play out the door that's going to help us get a three, that's going to help us win the game. I can kind of see that.
Yeah.
I run triple. We're trying to get a three. All right, I understand. But any other time, if I got 10 minutes of play time left, no, man, you better. We just came from a game today. I'm going to leave it alone. We left a game literally right before we came here. We were kind of running behind a little bit. All right, so in the era of many voices, which means your private trainer, social media, and parents, how do you align all these influences for a player's benefit? And this is for the coaches.
You want to take that one first?
You got it. You go ahead.
That's actually one of my favorite ones, Cole.
Because, you got...
I think first off, we all have to be on the same page, from parents, players, coaches. Like, we have to be on the same page.
And the skills coach.
Yes, because and the trainer, because it's like this, like some parents, and this is, I promise you, if you ask every coach this, they'll tell you this, and I'm probably sure that you've experienced this. A lot of parents don't know their kid's skill level.
They don't.
That causes so many problems. It's like, I've had her, at the time I had her for 2 years, so I would get new kids and things of that nature. And if they made mistakes, consistent mistakes, I would have to pull them out. And they would be like, well, why don't you get on to her? Like, or what? And I'm like, y'all haven't been here long enough to know how much I get on to her.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like, I remember in practice, I would ask the team, because I would want everybody to understand that, hey, I'm not just picking on anybody. Like, I'm getting on to everybody. And just in case somebody thought I was picking on them, I would say, hey, who do y'all think that I get onto the most? And her first year, they were like, Liz, like, you know what I mean? And on the older team, it was Caroline. But it's the responsibility that she had that I, like, it was impossible for other parents or any other player to be like, well, you don't get on to her like that. Ask her. She will tell you. I hate when we have our spats as far as where we really clash. It's probably happened like 3 or 4 times, but when it does, she becomes like this impeccable player, literally like on fire. Like, I've seen it, in the times it's happened, she will literally go for 13 to 17 points straight in a row. Not like somebody else scored, somebody else
pissed off
in a row, because she understands, like, okay, well, I know what buttons to push with you. You know what I mean? And because I push these buttons the buttons that I push with her, I don't push with a lot of other kids, and it's nothing bad. It's just they can't handle it, or their skill set right now and their confidence may not match hers, and that's okay, because you're trying to build to that. So for me, as long as all of us are on the same page, as far as the trainers have to be on the same page. A lot of kids use different trainers. A lot of parents go through different trainers. As long as a trainer isn't, like, as long as one trainer isn't like, oh, I'm having to go back and correct this person's mistakes, or correct that they're teaching you this, or like, it's just impossible, like, to have those issues within trainers and parents. If y'all all get on the same page, you will have a good product. That's at the end of the day, you'll have a good product. Anybody on a different wavelength or wanting to be bigger than this, like, the trainer can't be the parent. Parent can't be the trainer. None of us can be somebody, like, we all have to play our own role. I happen to coach and train her, but she has another trainer too. There's other people that she goes and trains. Like, it's not, cool. I can't, she's not gonna learn everything that she knows from me. She's gonna pick up some other things from other trainers, other players, other coaches, all of that stuff. As long as it's positive, never hear any complaint about me.
That's at every level though. Curry, Jordan, everybody had trainers, even in the NBA. So I mean, if you feel like you're too good to get somebody to train you, then you probably in the wrong sport.
Well, I mean, like, having multiple trainers. Like, I know some trainers that feel like, no, you should only train with me.
Oh, you met somebody like that?
Oh, there's a lot of trainers that feel like you should only train with them.
Oh.
You know what I mean? And
I ain't never met them trainers.
oh yeah, they exist. They exist, and it's like, I mean, that's kind of a dangerous game. If my player was backtracking, that's when I would be like, hey, you know, maybe we need to come and do this a little more often then, or something like that. But as far as, don't go there. Like, you only train with me. Nah.
You got to be careful with that sometimes too, because some trainers train stuff that don't translate into a game actually. And so if a child doesn't know the basics on how to get to the elbow or get to the block properly, and you trying to teach them all this fancy stuff, you never see it in the game. And so then they go out there and fumble. It's like, man, I'm paying for all this training, and I'm not seeing it on the court. And so then that's when you really need to start reevaluating, like, okay, I might need to use another trainer.
100%.
We've been in this game for quite a while now, and I've seen some guys training at an age level things that I'm like, he's not even gonna be able to use that.
100%.
At all. We have children right now, and I'm trying to say this without people knowing who I'm talking about, but there's when you go to a practice or to a game, and we're talking about 5th, 6th, 7th grade, and we can't even do a proper layup, and we're traveling, or the ball's just bouncing off the back of the backboard, and we haven't learned to go into a jump stop and just get your feet set and get you a proper layup. Right. Everybody wants to come off 2 feet, and on a fast break, and we're not talking about just sometimes. We're talking about multiple times in the game. At that point, I have an issue with whoever's training you, because now whatever you're learning, it's not translating into the game, and
no, I understand.
It's detrimental.
Yes, yeah, I definitely understand that.
It's a slow one, but I did want to ask you a question, because what year did you graduate from high school?
2016.
2016.
Yeah.
From 16 to now, do y'all think the road to getting commitments or the road to being seen has changed in just the last, 10 years now?
Yeah.
I'm asking this question because I already know the answer to it.
For sure.
But like, what does that look like now? And you can answer this question too, because I mean, you're already going through it. Like, what does it take to get those commitments? And I know we talked about this on the last podcast, but everybody's road is going to be different nowadays. So you want to jump in on that? Like, what have you been doing?
I think for me, it was a lot of emailing, a lot of camps.
Great question.
For me, a lot of my offers did come from camps, and I know that's not similar for a lot of people. But I obviously talked to the coaches before the camps, and like me putting the effort to send emails out, to send my film out, my parents putting together my film and us sending that out really got my name out there. And then once they know your name, they see you at camp, and being consistent at camps too. You can't just go 1 year and expect it.
Yeah.
I went multiple years on into the same camps, and once they see you, they're like, oh, I know her, and then they'll come watch you in AAU. And so I know a lot of people don't think camps are worth it, but for me, that was where I got most of mine from, or most of my looks from, was camps, and then they would come watch me during AAU.
And you know what? That's not the first time I heard that. Kaylee Wren, she was on it last time. She took the same route. She went to Henderson State. She went to two of their camps, and then by the third one, they was like, "We want to offer you something." And so she got her offer before, in her 11th grade year. So now she's going into 12th grade, already committed somewhere, playing ball. She don't have to worry about being senior because she's already solidified that. And I think that's that's probably the best route to start going now, because ain't nobody really grabbing high school players.
It's all transfer
that
portal.
anymore.
Yeah, it's all transfer portal now.
Yeah.
And so if you're not going kind of that route, or if you are playing on the Nike circus, I'm like, what's that look like now? The way things are changing.
Well, I mean, as far as, it depends. The EYBL is still going to be EYBL. Like, that talent is just next level. It just is. Like, most of those girls are going major Division I. And again, that's just not everybody's road. I'm glad that you asked that question, because there's a lot of kids that are like, oh, well, I'm going to Baylor, or I want to go to UConn, or I want to go to South Carolina. And I'm like,
do y'all know
where like those people that are there now, they started a long time ago. They didn't just start. So when you have a dream or an idea like that, like I want to see your work ethic match that. So for me, when she was communicating, that was one of the big things when people would ask me about her offers. Like, yes, like when she plays in front of those coaches, she performs, which is the main thing. But the thing that she does before is not talked about enough. Like, she communicates with these coaches. She's emailing these coaches, not her mom, not her. Like, she's emailing these coaches. I'm so-and-so. This is what I'm doing. Like, I'm interested in your program. Like, a lot of people are joining, whether you're at AAU or it's high school. They're like, oh, I expect them to get me into college. What are you doing?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I can take my responsibility, soak in this person, but also, what are you doing? And honestly, for her and her family, it was easy for me. Like, I had to focus on basketball. Like, this. All of the other stuff, like, I talked to the coaches, especially to the ones probably I think that she probably narrowed it down to, but I didn't have to worry about the other side of like I said, like, I didn't have to worry about the admin side too much, as far as, hey, this my players, she already done it.
Yeah.
I didn't, like, if they needed to talk to me, I could follow up, or they would text or call, but I didn't have to. She would initiate that, and it's with multiple schools instead of just a couple and Baylor. You like, instead of just the major schools, like, I think that's a lot of kids are seeing these major schools and they don't know that these D2s, D3s, NAIAs, JUCOs, they don't know they exist. And it's like, you better find out that they exist.
Right.
Or
because they get sold.
Time to get a job.
But that's what everybody hears though. When you see TikTok, all you hear is Division I, Division I, Division I, and they don't know about the other stuff. And there's other high school. I mean, there's people getting full paid scholarships, not going Division I.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So if your goal is to try to get a scholarship, then why not try to take another route? Find out what these schools offer. Do they have the classes that you're trying to get into, and do they have the basketball program that can get you the ride that you need? Yeah. And then if you can't get the full ride, make sure your grades are good. I mean, we had girls that's 4.0s and playing good basketball. They getting partial academic, and the other part, the basketball pays for it. Boom, you got a free ride.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that, but everybody gets sold the dream of you have to play this way. Only way coach is gonna see you is to go here and go there and travel to Kansas. You got to go to Las Vegas and this and that. And I'm like,
we did a lot of traveling.
A lot of traveling. What was that like? You did a lot of traveling when you were in AAU?
Yeah. So weirdly, definitely different. Back in 2016, a lot of it was we could only really get looked at if we traveled for AAU ball and then high school. But for some reason, the letters would always go to our high school and not our AAU coach during that time, which sucked. Like, that put us in such a bad
It's still kind of that way a little bit.
Is
my
really?
daughter was getting all hers through school.
Yeah.
So it was heavy. And then, like, a lot of, like, the coaches and trainers that I worked with throughout the summer and the camps that I went to as well, that's how I got even more looked at. But they kept sending it to the high school, and so I never really got a lot of the letters.
And this is the school you're talking about was right?
Yes. Okay. And so I was just like, man, Lord, what is going on? But, and so, yeah, so that's, basically we would just have to travel a lot. And that's how we got like even just seeing more and more through that time. But
now, I guess if you can afford it, it's fun.
Right.
You know, a good experience, good memories.
Yeah.
But if your number one thing is just to be seen, that's not the only route to take, especially nowadays.
Sure. Yeah.
And the story she just told me, all the girls that we know took pretty much the same route that you took. It took work.
Yeah.
Calling schools, sending emails, talking to coaches.
Footage, all that.
And all of them had to at least go visit the school and be seen in person by the coach. And that's how they got their offers. So, yeah. All right, so how does the Christian principle of doing all to the glory of God, which is Corinthians, which one is it? 1 Corinthians
10:31.
You read my shirt.
I write it on my wrist.
I'm trying to tell you, man. You think it's a game, man. You think it's a game. I'm trying to tell you.
How does it apply to you on your on-court performance and off-court in your life?
I think for me, on court at least, I put in the work behind the scenes, but obviously he handles the outcomes. And I think like when I'm playing for him, I feel more free. Like I'm not worried about like if I mess up here, like a coach is gonna be mad. It's like, no, I'm playing for the glory of God, so it doesn't matter if I make a mistake there, as long as like I'm keeping a Christ-like mentality and like people can tell that's my attitude on the court.
Yeah, I like that, man. That's my biggest thing. That's why my wife and I started this organization, because it was hard to find organizations where you could be free in your faith and be able to exercise and pray without people looking at you like you're crazy or something. Okay. So I really do like that. And we try to, that's why 1 Corinthians at 10:31 is like our club scripture. Because I think it's like a big thing. It's all around. So everything that we do, it says whether you eat or drink. For us, it's whether we playing basketball or not. You know, that's what we're gonna do. And I want you to answer that question as well, because I know you be in the books in the morning.
Got to.
Couple of hours before she get up.
Got
you hear me?
My faith gotta be deep every day.
So when y'all were playing ball, what was it like for y'all when you were playing ball as far as your faith?
Yeah, so a couple of the girls, like 4 of them, we all played AAU ball together, but we all went to high school together as well. And so in that, we would all have a prayer group, and that was before the game. Okay. And so in the locker room, we would pray, get in a circle, pray. Didn't care what anybody else thought, even the coach. Yeah. He came in a couple times and then left back out, but we would pray. And so everything that we did was just a reminder just of the glory of God. Even though we were high schoolers and still learning in our faith and growing, that's something that we always made sure that we did before games, every game. And then off the court, of course, like I was in the church inviting my teammates to come to church with me or be a part of the youth program, different things like that. So we would always try to incorporate faith on the court and off the court in our lives at any time that we could possibly do.
That's what's up. Coach, did you want to piggyback off that?
I think as a player, we would always, I think most teams would pray before the games, but that was something that we did at every college that I went to. We started playing on live events about 2 years ago. Okay. And I would always see them get in a little huddle, like this is just before every game, but as soon as, I think, like I said, once we started playing on those events, I looked up one day and they had a little, they would pray, and then they had a little routine that they would do afterwards, and it was beautiful to look at. So I would stay away from them because I was like, y'all do y'all thing. And so then it got to a point to where I would see them do it so much, I was like, okay, well, let me get over here so I can make sure I touch somebody so I can be, a part of it and things of that nature. But no, I definitely love that. I try to not just really force my beliefs on anybody, but it does help when you have players that believe that, and you don't have to, like with her, once I think I told you, once I realized, oh, perfect, don't have to say anything to you.
Yeah.
I can talk basketball with you. You got the rest. You know what I mean? I don't have to go into that. So no, I think that was very big for me. I don't know how much it is for everybody else because I don't know everybody's beliefs and things of that nature. But yeah, it worked for us.
All right, so and this is a question for you that I want you to try to answer. What's some practical advice that you can give young Christian athletes who want to stand firm in their conviction when they're in the secular sports culture?
I think a lot of it is just reading your Bible and knowing how Jesus lived and trying your best to do that. But I think for me, one of the big things is obviously praying with my team before the game, but I also do a devotional. So I have a little FCA devotional, and it tells me how to be an athlete, but also like live a life like Christ did. So that's really helpful to me. I do that before every game. And I think it's really just staying in the Word, praying, and you have to think about it. Like, one thing that helps me is writing that on my tape on my wrist. So it's just a reminder, like there's reminders everywhere.
So you write on your wrist before the game?
I have tape on my wrist, and it says, 1 Corinthians.
Okay, that's what's up. Now I did want to get into, because Coach sent me a lot of your information, and it's going to be added into the video once we do all our stuff. But I want you to tell me a little bit about your journey through high school right now, as far as like your points, your history behind your points, what your averages are like shooting wise, and rebounds and steals, that type of thing.
Yeah, so freshman year, I got moved up to varsity maybe halfway through the year, and I didn't really play. Like, I think I got sat like 6 games straight. Like, there was really no point in me being there, but I think that helped me grow my faith a lot, that part, because I knew like it's not what mattered. But when I started playing, I started scoring a lot, and then just throughout the years, I just reached 1,000 a couple of games ago. So that was fun.
That's what's up.
But I averaged around I think in high school I averaged like 12 to somewhere around that range. And then I'm not really sure. I think I've been getting a lot more rebounds now than I used to, because that's something I've been working on with my high school coaches. And then I'm always guarding the best player on the other team, so whatever that looks like, depending on the game. But,
so how do you get yourself locked into a game? Do you have some type of, and I know you pray and stuff before games, but some people have like maybe some kind of chant that they do. I used to have this little dude named Amir, and he was in the 4th grade, but he played up on my 6th grade team, and he was actually my best defensive player. But he had this thing he would do. He would, spread his legs real wide. He'd slap the floor, and after that he was just somebody different. Like, do you have like something you do in your head maybe that gets you into the game where it's like I'm locked in? It's nothing nobody can really say that's going to get me out of my head space, because some people get in their head a little bit in the game, and you look like the type that doesn't do that. So what do you do?
I don't really do anything before the game specifically. I mean, during the national anthem, I'll like pray during that too. It's a lot of just prayer. Like, anything that locks me in has to do with that.
And so what's your mindset in the game? Like, what are you telling yourself? Because if you're not talking out loud to yourself, because I know players that sometimes talk out loud to themselves. Get your in there, get your in the game.
I just say that I'm going to lock up whoever I'm guarding, basically.
And that's it. You just say it and do it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't I can't say nothing else to that. All right, and coach, this for the coaches, what's the best way to increase your court IQ on the court, you think?
Experience. I don't think you can really increase your IQ by not playing. So I think when we were growing up, like when me and another coach were talking about this, is we played with like either grown men or just older. Like if I was 12, we would play like 15, 16-year-olds or something like that. And when you're playing with people older than you can't make mistakes. Like you have a very limited, so you start to understand the value of the basketball. Like, okay, this shot that I would take with my teammate, I can't take it with this 25-year-old because he's telling me this is a bad shot. Because if we lose, we're going to be sitting down for 4 or 5 hours. So I think your IQ comes with the experience, whether even if it's training, like with training, you can get different bodies, you can go through different scenarios. Like she was speaking earlier about the pick and roll, like there's times in practice where I'm using a cone as a screen and we're using that and you're taking a mid-range. Yeah. The next time, when you go off that screen, you're not. You're gonna take the three. You're gonna reject the screen, take the three. Or you're gonna hit the corner, and we're just breaking all of that stuff down. So now you have experience to where when that screen happens in the game, you're like, oh yeah, I took the three. Like this is what I, you know what I mean? This is what I do. So I feel like the IQ improves by the experience, and also probably by the people around you. Like I feel like there's just like you said, some trainers are teaching the right thing. Some are teaching the wrong. Some of them is just, it's something to look at on Instagram.
And money bag on some of them.
You see what I mean? And it's the money that I'm making. But then there's kids that you look at their training and you're saying, no, I see this in the game. Mm-hmm. I see this. Just all of these drills that they're doing, I can find a clip and show you that they're doing these same drills on people. So for me, it's more just getting the experience. Like I just don't think you can gain the experience by not playing, not training, no pickup. Like you gotta do something. You gotta be active.
And you gotta be coachable. There's some players that are just not coachable. They have the attitude that they know it all. And so when you're trying to give correction and they don't receive correction, and this is in life.
Yeah.
If somebody's trying to give correction and you can't receive correction, then how do you change? Mm-hmm. You don't. You go through life being the same. And so we've seen players that plateau because they can't receive correction, the attitude, and sometimes it's because maybe things that are going on outside of their life that, foster care, maybe some kind of abuse going on that shows up on the court, and different things like anxiety. Because when I was growing up, I dealt with anxiety real bad, anxiety and fear, and that kind of thing will play out in your life and everything that you do when it comes to basketball or any other sport. And if we don't attack those kind of things or see it early as coaches, because as coaches we do have a responsibility to see things. You got to go through little classes to make sure you can read when children might be going through some type of abuse or sexual abuse or anything like that. It's a responsibility that we have that we need to take serious. And I think sometimes that gets thrown on the back burner because we think about winning so much and teaching basketball and training that, I don't forget, but maybe some coaches might, that these children are responsibility when they're in our care. And I've seen some coaches abuse that responsibility with, foul language and maybe the way they talk to them. And I'm not saying that you're not going to curse sometimes.
For sure.
I'm saying actual abuse of the way you speak to somebody else's child.
Yes.
That brings down their confidence. And so we've watched many games where coaches are just, they're letting their player have it. And I'm thinking to myself, do you really think that you're gonna get 100% from a player speaking that way? Mm-hmm. And so one of my questions I wanted to ask is what is your coaching style when it comes to how players might, mess up, turn the ball over maybe in a game? Like how do you handle that? Is it one of those things where you just get upset and you just let it all loose on them, or is it a teachable moment and you try to correct and pivot?
Okay, now this is the one time I get to brag. Well, okay, listen, this is where I get to brag now. Okay, for me, honestly, and she will tell you, when I played in college, my last year, I led the nation in assists per game, total assists, and assist to turnover ratio. And I led my team in scoring. So for me, with turnovers, you got to give us a chance to play offense. Yeah. So yes, you're going to make mistakes. There's times you're going to make 1 or 2 turnovers in a row. She'll make 2 in a row, and I'll let her know, hey, that's your second. And when I tell you that's your second, she knows, okay, I better not turn it over 3 times in a row. So you are given the freedom, but you still have to take care of the basketball. Yeah. That's part of the game. Like if you don't take care of the basketball, it's very hard for you to play because you're not giving us an opportunity. If you're turning over the ball, that means we're not even getting a shot at the basket. You get what I'm saying? I'm really big on turnovers. Like that's why I give you that freedom, because we're going over so much skill. And yes, like I said, you're going to turn over the ball, and I'm going to see what you're trying to do, and I'm going to say that's okay. I saw what you saw. I'm fine. Yeah. I tell her that all the time. Good idea. And it could be a turnover, but I understood the idea that you were trying to, like, oh, I got a turnover because I was trying to pass it to you. You know, I wanted you to have a bucket. I'm okay with that. Now, if you get this turnover because she's wide open, I'm gonna fake it, and then I'm gonna chunk up something like this. Yeah, now I'm gonna be upset.
Yeah, I'm gonna be upset.
I'm gonna be upset because somebody else was wide open. And yeah, I'm big on turnovers, but it's not like, oh, if I turn over once, I'm coming out. Yeah. No, I'm gonna just let you know, take care of the basketball.
I guess I would say maybe what age group you're coaching, because we coach on my 5th and 6th grade girls. We played a team, and I mean, he's got 5th and 6th graders on the team. And I mean, you remember that game we played? Yes. It's your team, yeah.
Yeah.
So she was coaching the 6th grade girls, and they were playing, I forget the name of the team, but I mean, he was letting those girls have it. And because they just kept turning the ball over, but half his team can barely dribble. But my thing was, do you think you're going to get the best out of your players when you're screaming at a girl that's 12 years old? Half of them look like they just started playing.
Absolutely.
And I mean, he's letting them have it, man. I mean, and I'm just seeing the little girls' faces. I'm like,
just
man,
crying.
He's making them hate the game. Like, they don't, I don't think they want to come back. So, I mean, what do you?
I mean, it's more. I feel like it's kind of how they respond. I mean, obviously if they're 12, that's just too young to just have these expectations of, you're not going to turn over the ball, you're going to do this. Like, no, they're 12. They're definitely going, like you were saying earlier, there's some kids that don't know how to make layups. You think they're going to break presses? Like,
oh, he's screaming when they miss a layup. Like, you ain't taught them how to make one.
So it's, I mean, that's why I mean, like, with the skill set, I'm giving you the freedom because we're trying to learn this stuff. Like, I want you to grow this confidence to where when the game happens, okay, I trust that, okay, there's a press. Maybe I hit the middle. Maybe I hit this backside girl because I've practiced these things. Like, so I can't yell at you if I haven't taught you. If she turns the ball over, you'll hear me yell, "You're too good for that. You're too good to be turning the ball over."
Yeah.
In where were we? Heart of Texas, and AT&T. She had about 4 or 5 coaches on the baseline, and she turned the ball over. And I told her, I said, "You think?" I pointed to those coaches. I said, "They didn't come here to see that." But it wasn't to embarrass her. She knows what I expect. And she knows that I'm not putting more on her than she can literally, like, okay, coach, I can't deal with that. No, everything that the responsibility I put on her, I've seen her do it before. So that's why it's easier to, like, oh yeah, here's your responsibility.
Especially when, like, you're the best player on the team, your coach expects you to play a certain type of way. When you go out there and start making mistakes that you usually wouldn't make, then I gotta say something. Stop turning the ball over, I'm gonna pull you out. That's gonna be an issue with me. All right, so this is the last question. I think we only got like a few minutes left. And I'm gonna read this verbatim. In school ball, you have access to scouts reports for opposing teams and players. In travel ball, how do you navigate or integrate your play style when it comes against teams you never played before? I know school ball is a little bit different, and they do get little reports and stuff in AAU ball that we don't get, you know. So we just have to coach off the fly.
We'll adjust in the game, but we're gonna play the same.
Okay.
we gonna trick you into running with us and try to get you to start shooting threes like we are, and before you look up, it's a different game. So no, we're gonna try to play our style, and we'll adjust during the game. But for the most part, like, we want teams to adjust to us as far as
they'd be starting off face guarding you though. It's annoying.
What you say?
So like now,
teams,
yes.
They'll like watch us in the tournament while we're playing our first game.
Oh yeah.
And then they'll start out face guarding me or Finn, not letting her shoot threes, and they already know for some reason.
Yeah, and coaches do that, but that's something we have to do sometimes. Get to the game early, or we'll check out another team, or get there early just on purpose, just to see that team. We had a coach looking at our team, goes around and watches all the teams because, I got to play them later.
Yeah.
Let me go check them out. You know, see what they're doing. And that's a smart thing to do, you know.
Talking on
I would say that's what we did a lot.
Yeah. Or check them out on Instagram.
I've had a team that we're playing follow me on Twitter, and I'm like,
Oh, wow.
at this time I'm putting their highlights up, so I'm like, all right, I'm not posting nothing until after the playoff. Like, why would I post it now?
Wow.
No, I'm not gonna give you all our secrets. Like, no, we'll play you. So I guess like if they get a chance to watch a team, then we'll watch you briefly, like, okay, this girl can do this girl can do that.
Yeah.
But for the most part, we try to not change our style of play, which is like up tempo, things of that nature. And like I said, and even if you try to play half court, well, we'll just press. We're gonna make you play fast one way or the other, unless you're just breaking the press and scoring and things of that nature. But because of when we're playing up tempo, everybody, like, it's a lot of possessions. So with a lot of possessions, they all are able to play their game. Like the last game of the season, I think she had 19 points, 14 assists. Somebody else, shooting guard, may have had 24. Finn may have 24.
Finn probably had 24.
Michaela may have had 26. So like that's not something you constantly. Then somebody else would have 12. Somebody else has 8. Everybody was chipping in because we're getting so many possessions. Mm-hmm. So for me, I like that up-tempo style because it's like you were saying earlier, a lot of coaches are stuck in their ways, so they're trying to come down and run a play, and that's just not this basketball that's being played now. If you do that, you're going to lose by a lot.
Yeah.
And we've seen that. Yeah. Games we know we should have won, and we didn't win because they weren't allowed to play the game they should have been playing. Mm-hmm. And I can't tell you how many times they could have had fast breaks and my son's about to take off and set it up. I'm just like, I'm biting my nail, like, bro, defense wasn't even set up yet. Yeah. And they getting back in the defense super slow. Like, I take advantage of that.
High school, man.
Oh man, and then know your players. Sometimes you might get players on the team that you really don't trust that much yet. Yeah. And so this is your first year playing with these guys.
You gotta learn them.
You gotta learn them.
What they can do and what they can't do.
And so now, here we are. You got a fast break, and yeah, he might end up in the short corner over there for an easy little layup. But then you passing the ball, he don't even catch it. Nope. Now we didn't turn the ball over. Yeah. I'm like, I was screaming at my son today. I need to ask for his forgiveness today, but I was like, dude, take that. Like, what you waiting on, man? So he got the girl post up in the paint. He passes out to some guy out on the 3-point line, and every time he touched the ball,
he drops it.
Not drop it. No, he travels.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that too.
He was doing the James Brown. I was talking to my cousin the other day, and I said I should have put that on Instagram and turned the James Brown music on. I mean, get on down. His feet were just. I was just like, man, why is he even out there? He can come to practice. Let him come to practice with everybody, but he don't get no play time. Yeah. But since they're playing at the league, you know, I think they have to get like a certain amount of minutes they can get in. But I better not see one on AAU floor.
Yeah, it's a little different out there.
Man.
Yeah, you're gonna be a water boy because you're not gonna touch the floor.
Right.
But I want to go around the room. Does anybody? Do you have any questions or anything you want to bring up, or any kind of topic that you want to run over before we get out of here?
The only thing I want to do is tell you thank you and just tell you how much I appreciate giving this platform to her. Like, it's not even about me. Like I said, this is somebody that I've had for a very long time. When I say game has just truly changed from day one to literally now, like I would like to, like, and I tell her mom this, like, it's not surprising to me. When the day I first met her, I was like, if you stick with me, I got you. Because I saw it, like, and like I said, when I've just seen her game grow, I love that. Like, I don't think a lot of people highlight. There's players that, you know, that go under the radar.
Oh yeah.
She's one of those players. Like, I've had coaches that would come. Like, when she was in the 10th grade, there was a coach out of New Mexico. It was a D2 school, and they were like, "Look, I want to stay in your pocket because if she goes under recruited, like, I want her." That's the type of career that she's had. Like, it's been great. Like, the things that I see, I'm like, man, this should be highlighted more. Yeah. So anytime that somebody gives her a platform for her to be celebrated any kid that I'm involved with, I appreciate it. So I just want to thank y'all and let y'all know that I appreciate that.
For sure. Ain't no problem at all. I will say this. The way you play is not like the way, like when I first met you, I was expecting you to squeeze my hand till it started hurting. Cause you such a dog out on the court. I thought when I squeezed her hand, she was gonna be like, "How you doing, coach?" But it didn't happen that way. She's very
the nicest person.
Yeah, she's super nice, man.
The nicest person until when that ball goes up,
it's a whole nother thing.
She'll kill her, man. All the way.
Yeah, you're a very nice young lady. I'm glad you came out. I appreciate you taking the time to come.
Thank you for having me.
And hopefully we'll get to see you play. When's y'all next game? Like, send me your schedule. Because we're going around, we go to different schools and watch games all the time, pretty much every week. And so if we get a chance, we would like to come see you play. Because you're probably not playing AAU this next summer, are you?
No, because you can't play if you're committed.
Yeah, that's what I figured. So, but I appreciate you. Thank you for coming out. Did you have something you wanted to finish with, or maybe some advice?
I definitely want to see you ball for real. That would be dope. But congratulations to you.
Thank you.
All glory to God for real. Really proud of you.
For sure.
Yeah.
So, no more high school ball after this. How does it feel though?
I feel fine. Like, I think for me, it's always the next step. Like,
That's good.
God's laying out a path for me, so whatever that may be, I'm just following it.
Cool. I like to hear that. Very mature answer too. I like that. Instead of pulling the fingers like you don't know. She knows.
You came a long way. Look at that.
She knows. Well, without further ado, I appreciate everybody coming today. Until the next time, we will see y'all later. We out. Peace.